And so tell us how you're different since you came on the weekend. First man.
My name is James Jonathan Scott Hamilton. I am Flying Possum. My purpose for this weekend was to become something that I truly desired, to become a man that I can be proud of, a man that I can look back and say, I lived a good life. I wanted to move forward. I wanted to be happy. I didn't want to be stuck anymore. At 17 years of age, when I was pulled out of school and given just a straight hand and say, be a man, I didn't know what it was to be a man. I didn't understand. I got lost. I fell into a heap. I wrenched my soul. I felt like dying. I died inside every way. It came down to pretty much this weekend was my last hope, my dying hope. If it wasn't this weekend, then what? Then what? I wouldn't have anything. I mean, I wouldn't feel like I had anything. I have a great support group, but inside I would feel lost. And this weekend I came into it scared, so scared. And I came in a mouse, a little man in a big world, a little man in a big world with a lot of people around him. A lot of different people, new people that are now my brothers, and I know them so. And I walked in a mouse, afraid, hiding in a hole, hiding in a world that was fake. And I just want to say, I believe I have what it takes to be a man, to be a warrior, to step forward and be the flying possum, to jump and to take risks so I can live my life the way I wanted to live for so long. And to my family, and to my friends, and everyone that supported to me, and especially my brothers that shared this experience with me, that shared their souls with each other. With that, my brothers, I am in. I am in.
My name's Michael Hoffman. I came into this weekend. We all had to choose an animal name that sort of described what the thing was about us that we didn't like, I guess, and the dark bit. So I came into this meeting this weekend as Razorback. I chose Razorback because I'm an Aussie and I love my Aussie identity, and I like to. So I wanted to identify with that. And the Razorback is a pretty wild and ferocious animal. It's gluttonous. It creates a lot of damage. It's dangerous if it's cornered, and it can cause a lot of destruction. And it hides away from any sort of danger itself. So it's a bit of a coward in a way. So I came into this weekend with those sort of attributes, a lot of anger in my life, a lot of things that I'm not very proud of as an older man. I pretty well could tick just about every box of all the different things that you could do to destroy your own life and everybody else's around you. So I wanted to overcome that, to get past that. And I tried many things over the years. I've tried anger management courses, all sorts of things I've really tried. And this weekend, a bit like my brother there, Flying Possum, was a bit of almost like a last straw. And I'm so happy that I did it. So I achieved that. I walked through the fire and I achieved that. I did that. I'm happy to say that I did do that. Then we had to identify with another animal, and my new name now is Wedge-tailed eagle. And I chose that because it's a completely opposite spectrum to a razorback. On the ground, gluttonous, creating havoc on the ground, wedge-tailed eagles at the top. And that's where I'm heading. Beautiful bird, discerning, can spot things from a long way off. And so that's so moving forward. What I can say is that experiencing this with walking into a place with these men, not knowing them, not knowing what to expect, walking out with all these men as my brothers, and I can honestly say that I have their back, they have mine, and that's the honest truth. I'd like to pass on to also a massive thanks to all of the staff, my other brothers that were there, my older brothers that were there to hold my hand and to get me through this, to encourage me, to lift me up, to become the man that I know I can be, and share that with other people around me, including my family. With that, I'm in.
It's stuff like this that makes me nervous. I'm Wayne White Stallion Walker. I wasn't always a white stallion. I started out this camp as a tuna fish. The reasons for that were mostly because I saw tuna fish as being small in such a big vast ocean. They're always scared, they're stupid, and they're ugly. From a very, very young age, I started to suffer from severe depression and anxiety. Most of my life has spent being at the mercy of the devil and his fallen angels. They had me by the balls, especially through high school. I had a really rough family life. I had a really rough time at school. And every time I closed my eyes, I was haunted. It wasn't easy. I was baptized in the Livingston SDA Church, my home church, in 2014, but I did that mostly to get the pastors off my back. It had no meaning to me. I don't know why I did it. I was silly. But even though I tell my friends, you know, I'm better now, I'm okay, you know, don't worry about me, stop worrying about me, that's not true. And I found that out this weekend, that I still got so much evil inside me, and I'm carrying it around. And for a very long time I've accepted that, you know, I've accepted this is just part of who I am, this is who I'm supposed to be. But going on this weekend, being so scared, not knowing what to expect, and these guys, all these strangers that were going through the same thing with me, you know, we went through that fire, we went through that journey together. And when we first got there, we were asked, what do you want to get out of the camp? And I said, I want to figure out who I am, and I want to become confident in that person. And the one thing that I figured out at the end of this camp, allowing myself to be vulnerable amongst other men, having them share their stories with me and me sharing their story with them, and just being put through that fire, that crucible. The US Marine Corps calls the crucible at the end of their basic training, where they go through absolute hell for a whole week, which sums up what combat's going to be like. That's why they call it the crucible, right? No? Okay. That's just what I got from it. So we were put through the crucible, and I came out the other side white stallion. I've never cried so much before in my life, but man, it felt good. Man, I felt so light. And by the grace and the love of God, and with the love and the strength and support of the men who were strangers but are now my brothers that I had there with me, praying for me the whole time, we cast out those demons. And I had God there with me, and I had men there with me, my brothers there with me, and I am now a white stallion, and I am now free, and I am young, and I got my whole life ahead of me. So thank you guys, thank you for that. I love you.
I'll make this shorter. My name's Justin Shields. I went to the camp not knowing what was going on, not knowing what to expect, but with an open mind. I wanted to break some life cycles that visit yearly, on and off, and it becomes destructive, sabotage, hurts family more than anybody else. And I really just wanted to be a better man. I sort of felt I could do it, but I didn't believe it until I shared some experiences with these men here who I now call brothers. And it was through these men sharing their experience with me and listening to my experience as well, with the support of the other men that were on the camp, that really flicked the switch and made me realise that there is light, I can be a better person, and all other men can be better people as well, which would make the world so much a better place. I fully endorse this. I think all men should give it a go, because I walked away with something and I didn't think I would. And I'm so proud and happy to have shared that with you. Thank you. I went into the weekend as the badger, and I came out as the playful platypus. Playful seal, sorry.
My name is Brett Watson. I went into the weekend as a pretty broken man. Father of, I'd say 8 children now. I've got a blended family. Wonderful partner, a wonderful family. But the leader of the family was a broken man. I went into the weekend with the name I gave myself as Cranky Old Dog. Angry, tormented, and not a lot of fun to be around. And my family over there, they took the brunt of it. I put on this fantastic facade at work. In my work I take care of people. Wonderful man looking after people. But at home, I wasn't real proud of myself. I abused alcohol. I hid behind alcohol. I've given up alcohol now. I'm dry. Been dry for over 3 months now, and my family can attest to that. I'm a better man for that. But on the inside, I still wasn't whole. There were things that weren't right there, things that went back to when I was a young man. And there was a lot of torment there, and somehow that made me into a cranky old dog. So with the weekend, I wanted to come and get rid of that cranky old dog and become the man I should be. The father that I should be to my children. The lover that my partner so deserves. The man who will protect her. So I went through the fire with these gentlemen here. We bore our souls to each other. We bore our souls to our older brothers who watched over us and took us through this journey. And out the other side came Happy Lion. I end up calling myself Happy Lion because I want to be someone that my family wants to be with. I want them to be able to look at their father, their partner, and be proud to be with him and know that he's going to take care of them. I'm the lion because I'll move heaven and hell to look after this family of mine. I'll protect them, and I'll give them the life that they deserve by having a man who's going to be a man and take care of them. And I thank you all for being with me on this journey. And with that, I'm in.
My name's Matthew Slade. Yeah, the weekend was interesting. It's funny, on the outside world we pass judgment on people, and we just look at our own lives and we go, oh, phew, my life's not as messed up as that poor fella. And it's rude, and it's obnoxious, and it's not what a man does. And real men shed tears, and it's just beautiful. These men, how many tears did we shed? I was feeling dehydrated a lot, but do you know what? I unashamedly cry in front of you men, with you men, for you men. And when you go into this weekend, nobody's life's more messed up than yours. The worst life that I've ever seen on this planet is this one. Because the battle I had to fight was not any of you men. I had to fight me. And I had to fight the dark place that, even if I didn't create it, I still had it. It was still mine. I was still carrying it. And it was mine. And without the staff, these men, these loving, caring, humble, willing men, we mashed out some garbage, didn't we? But I don't know. I still think there's a bit more garbage in us. Maybe there's not, maybe there is, but the domino effect that's going to come from this weekend, it's beautiful. And I just hope I can let every male species that I see, until they're men, I'll still cry in front of them. I'll still hug them. I'll call them my brother. I don't care. I don't care where you're from, who you're with. I went in, and the animal I chose was a panther, because I don't feel like I've ever not been a robust, strong character, but there was a lot of dirt in there. And these men helped massage it out, and I really felt like I got one of the biggest things that I wanted, which was humility. So now I'm a humble panther. And thank you guys. And it's only been 24 odd hours since we've been out, and I went back to my same work, doing the same thing I do with the same men that I have to work with day in, day out. And I don't know about you guys, but just today felt different. You know, I just feel like I let something go, and it feels good. And as far as life's concerned and my future, I'm in.
Thanks.
You got this. Yep.
Hello, everybody. I'm sorry, I might get a bit emotional, but I'll try to keep it there. The weekend for me was awesome, because I went in there as a cheater, because I picked that name because I felt that I was cheated for my family, and my mum dying last year, my wife this year, and that sort of stuff, and my son. I went in there to find hope, to try to communicate with my son, and we all went through hard battles, and we struggled through these journeys, and someone said to me that struggle as I was fighting through myself is that a miracle will come. And that was too hard to believe. And people was praying for me, and I really appreciate it. And today I was reflecting on things and relaxing, and went outside to the mailbox, and I received an invitation to my grandson's second birthday on Saturday. So I believe there is miracles, and I'm honestly speaking the truth, because I know that when I was younger, 13, I got run over by a motor car, and I was 60% dead. And here I am today, standing up here as a normal person, and nobody knows all the things that went wrong with me. So I believe miracles, and I believe God, and God gives me strength to keep going every day. And I've done this. I made a promise to my wife and to my loved ones that I'll try to communicate, and that's what I've done, and I felt that I achieved that. I'm very happy, very proud, and I thank all the staff who's helped me along this hard struggle journey, and also my new partner who's helped me, because I've been lost and depressed through my journey, and I just feel amazed and strengthened by the weekend, and all my brothers here, as we all went through hard, difficult conquers on the weekend. My animal name now is Koala Bear. Koala Bear. I picked Koala Bear because Koala Bear is the cuddly, and I like to be cuddled, and I like to cuddle other people too. Amen. So thank you, everybody, and thank you, my brothers.
My name's Paul Eaton. When I arrived at the gate, there's a guy came up to the window of the car and said, "What have you come to get?" And I said, "I'm pretty fine, thanks." And he shined a torch at me and said, "Well, what have you come for? And why are you here?" And I said, "Well, I've got a few basket cases in the car with me." And that was me just throbbing things off, trying to be funny to put it out there or whatever. But what I've learned is the humility that comes from being with you guys on the weekend, hearing your stories and sharing stories, and it's humbling to have been there and been part of it all. When I came in, I called myself pack horse because I carried a lot of burdens with me, carried a lot of stuff around from everybody else, and I leave a strong stallion. And thank you very much. I'm in.
Well, my name is Anil. I can't promise I'll be as funny as him. Sounds like a stand-up comedian. I come from Melbourne, so yeah, totally different from all of you guys here. So I'm quite sad. That's what I want to check in. I'm really sad to leave my family, my extended family, and beautiful brothers that I earned. And I'm so proud. I'm so proud of my last 2 days. And I really could say, hand on heart, anybody that has balls should be here. It is a beautiful experience, and I really enjoyed it. And I got a new father. And, well, not going into too much detail, I entered into the camp as a dog, came out as a hard-working dog, because that's what I want to be for my family. Work and work the shit out. And I'm in a very good position by God's grace. But hard-working is something I wanted to do because I was scared of that. And that's why I wanted to check in. And I came out as a hard-working dog, and I'm proud of my brothers that helped me to be there. And I really thank you, and especially for Bob, who's come and who introduced himself to me, saying, your brother is on the other side. He's going to look after me. And I really thank all you guys. I don't know the brother who is right there in the corner. Lovely guy. In there, right behind, hiding behind the computer. I love you. You scared the shit off me, but great experience, guys. If you love yourself, you should really challenge yourself for this weekend. Done enough advertising, and I'm really happy and excited to really continue with this journey. And I know my journey is on, and everybody that hasn't done, your shit journey still continues till you take this up. With that, amen.
Well, I don't know about that. I reckon you made most people laugh. A lot. So I haven't really thought about too much about what I was going to say. So I'm hoping it's going to come out, but I wanted that on purpose because, you know, it's what happens this weekend's real. You know, it's real. So when I got asked what I wanted out of this weekend, you know, I didn't really know. I guess it's the same with a lot of people. You know, you think you're doing pretty well. So, you know, I guess I could say the best thing I got out of this weekend was coming to the realisation of what I did need, and that I did need something. I did need a change. So, first off, I want to start by thanking very much my brother and my dad for, well, don't want to say pushing, but pretty close. So pushing me to this weekend. I've been putting this camp off for a couple of years, and yeah, and I'm just so happy that I did it. You know, I'm so excited to be here sharing this with you boys. And you know, for anyone who's thinking of doing it, what I should have realised that, you know, there's more staff at this camp than us boys, and they've all gone through the same thing. And for them to want to come back shows that it's a good thing. For them to want to go through it all again, you know, it shows a lot, I think. So I came in as Goldfish, and I didn't realise how well I had actually picked that name until towards the end of the weekend. And I picked it because, you know, they're forgetful. It's like they never learn, you know, every 5 minutes. And yeah, without going into too much detail, for me, you know, that's something that I really wanted to overcome. I wanted to move forward in life, and learn and grow. So Goldfish wasn't appropriate. You know, I don't want to be a goldfish. What I want to be is a kookaburra. And that's what I am now. I'm striving to be a kookaburra, and I'm a lot closer to it because of this weekend. And the reason I picked kookaburra is because, you know, it just sits up in the tree. For the Americans that are here that struggled to actually say it. Yeah! It's very joyful, just sits up in the gum tree, chills, laughs, it's very happy. And when it needs to, you know, it strikes, so it's great. Anyway, just wanted to say thank you very much to all the staff, and I also wanted to say I was a very big non-believer of this weekend. Just one of those weekends. You know, we all know about them. But, oh, holy shit, I couldn't be any wrong. Any wrong.
Alright. This weekend for me, I came into it as a cat. a cat doesn't really care about anyone else. The whole world revolves around it. And I kind of felt that's how my life was. I didn't realise what I needed though coming into the weekend. And I think through the weekend I actually discovered what I needed, and I came out actually as a big red kangaroo. Big red kangaroos, they got nothing to prove to anyone. They just go jumping around the countryside and there's nothing to prove. And that was big for me. And I think for me, coming on the weekend, it was a miracle. Like, a friend, or he's now a friend of mine, invited me along in the first place. When I first met this guy, I'd move to this side of the country. I'd meet him once and talk for about 2 minutes. And the next time I see him, he invites me to this thing and I've got no idea what it is. But to me, that was a miracle. Like, it was something that I needed, and I see that as God working through him to invite me in the first place. And so I'm so thankful to everyone who's involved and all the staff and all these brothers that I have leaving the weekend for that. And with that, I'm in.
He almost escaped. Yeah, look, this weekend was pretty scary. I've been putting off for a while as well, and I live with my father, so it was pretty damn hard to get away from him. And, you know, this graduation's a good thing. I came to the last graduation and they had my name down on a sheet, and that was it. I was locked in, so, you know, it's really good stuff. And they asked me to choose an animal name, and it took me about an hour. I thought of it in about 30 seconds, but I didn't want to call myself that because it was a sloth. So I was trying to think of something cooler, something better, but when they came to ask me, that's all that was in my mind. So I came to this weekend very scared, and I rocked up at the gate, and I looked across at my brother, and we both just laughed at each other, very nervous and very scared, and we said, "Shit, what have we done?" And it's good that they got us to carpool, because if they didn't, yeah, so that's a really good idea. But yeah, look, I came to this weekend pretty confident that I didn't have any major issues. I thought I was pretty well off. I thought I was a happy guy. But you know, it's interesting to see what's really down there in the core, and it's great to be able to share that with other men, you know, and get their story, and for them to listen to you. It's great to have an ear and feel safe when you're doing it. That's a really good thing. What else? I couldn't stop smiling on Sunday. It was a good day, and the emotions were high, and you know, I was loving everyone around me. My cheeks hurt. Yeah, it was good. It was a really good feeling. But obviously there's a lot more work to do, and you know, it's good because we've still got that to do with each other, and I want to continue that journey with each other. I came out as a strong gorilla. Yeah, when I decided to be a strong gorilla, I got asked to smash my chest, and I think I was a bit excited when I got asked to do this, because the next 5 minutes I was kind of, geez, that hurt. No, but I chose a strong gorilla because I wanted purpose from this weekend, and I wanted to feel, you know, wanted. I I wanted to feel important as a man, and I wanted to know where I was going in the future, and I definitely got that. And the journey continues, boys.
Well, I think all these guys that were there on the weekend worked out one thing about me very quickly, and that was I was an emotional wreck, or at least it seemed like it because I kept on crying. And you'd probably say that's probably going to happen now. My name's Brad, and I went on this weekend because of an invitation of my brother-in-law, who I really appreciate helping me get there. Lots of other people have been praying and asking me to come in the past, and I thought, yeah, I'm all right. She'll be good. No problems about that. Don't need to worry. Had a great mum, great dad, great grandparents, great sisters. You know, everything was cool. Had no problems at all. How wrong I was. I think as a man, we have our role models that we see around the place. Our fathers, our grandparents, our teachers, our pastors. And we look at all these men and we say, wow, that's what I want to be like. And when you grow up and you look at your life and you sit back and you think to yourself, what's wrong with me? Why can't I do that? How come I can't do that? And you look at yourself and you say, why? What am I missing? What is it about me that just can't do what these other people do? And I felt very insecure. I had lots of good examples in my life to follow and learn from, but it just didn't seem to make a difference to me. I just didn't seem to be able to do the things I wanted to do. Things like be the best father I can be the best husband I can be the best son I can be. And, you know, as a man, you just want to be able to provide, or you want to be able to provide for your family. You want to be able to show that you are successful. And that image is very powerful. That desire to show an image of strength and be able to make these big decisions and not be able to be afraid of the decisions. To be able to stand up and say, I'm a man, I can make my decisions for myself and I don't need anybody else to tell me because I know what's right for me. But I couldn't. I struggled to make decisions for myself. I struggled to even decide on what to eat when I go out to the restaurant. You ask my wife, I'm shocking. It takes me half an hour to order from a McDonald's menu. But over the course of the weekend, I started as a baboon. It took me a while to come up with it, but I think I've picked pretty well. A baboon was, in my opinion, something that just roams around and lives day to day, does what he can just to get by. Seems to be pretty tough, pretty quick, gets around the place, does no problems with managing his to survive, but as soon as the tough times hit, he runs the other direction. Doesn't necessarily look out for himself, doesn't look out for other people, and possibly more likely just looks out for himself. And for me, I felt very close to that baboon. And over the course of the weekend, they ask you a question, or at the very beginning of the weekend, they ask you this question. They say, what do you want to get out of the weekend? I thought, what do I want to get? I don't know, I have no idea. I don't know. Be happy. Be happy. A McDonald's. I've already been there, don't worry about that. But I really struggled, and I asked the question, and I answered the question. I said, I just want to be happy. And I thought, yep, hold on, I am happy. But I suppose as the weekend went on, I realised that for me, being happy was knowing that I am a man that can provide for my family. Knowing that I'm a man that can protect my kids, that can protect my wife, that can provide and not feel shame when I need help. Because it's these guys right here. It's everybody out here, the family. That as men we try and stand up and show a strong front. But we can't do it on our own. We can't do it on our own. And over the course of the weekend, we were asked to say what we felt like by the end of it. What gorilla did we... What gorilla, there we go, just told you. What animal did we feel that we had become? And not necessarily had I become, I'm still working on it. But I didn't just choose a gorilla. I chose a silverback gorilla. Because a silverback gorilla is a person that is strong, that provides for his family, that knows when to fight, that has confidence in themselves to be able to fight and to stand up for what they believe, but then at the same time lay down on the grass and cuddle their children and be able to say, I love you, to be able to say, I'm with you till the end. And to be able to let you know that no matter what you've done, no matter where you've gone, I am still your dad, and I can be there, and I will be there for you. And to my wife, that I love you, and it's nothing that you can do or anything that can be done to change that. And that I, as a man, can stand up and be confident that I have what it takes for my son to grow up to be a man as well by looking in at me. And that's all I want.
Oh.
So for that, I'm in.